Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Play by Play, off air and online. Of course, the on air product every Saturday morning, 8 to 9 a.m., and our play by play off air online product every Thursday evening, 7 p.m. It's a jam packed show. As always, we bring you all the latest that's happening in the world of sport. Although there's only really one topic I want to cover today, and that is, of course, the small matter of Manchester United beating Liverpool at Anfield. Hence the reason I brought out the big guns for the show. Tara Lee can't be very happy. Good evening, Tara.
Good evening, and I know you're going to ask me where's my Liverpool shirt. And before you do, I have an answer. It's in the wash because I have been wearing it the past 2 days. So today I went a little neutral.
Really?
Last season's Cape Town City FC away kit. Of course, we can't talk too much about them this season. So I'm still obviously firmly Liverpool.
Were you
and
wearing
I'm very
it proudly
excited.
or were you...
I was wearing it proudly. My team always does me very proud. Liverpool isn't just a team that you support or you play for. It's the team.
Sure. So she'll never walk alone. Also on the show with us this evening, Adrian Endley. He's a happy man, that's for sure.
I'm very happy. It's been a while since I've been very happy about Manchester United.
Let's dive straight into Manchester United then. You must be honest, there was a lot of partying that happening. The Cape Town Marathon got cancelled over the weekend.
Yes.
But we had a celebration nonetheless. So I watched snippets of the game. I watched the highlights. Love Bruno Fernandes' early cross onto Maguire's head, scoring the winning goal. But as a whole, are Manchester United back or where, where does this leave us?
Well, I'll be honest. I was watching the thing from the get-go. And I mean, we scored in the second minute of the match. And when we scored, I genuinely had no sense of excitement on my face at all because I knew we still have 90 minutes to play against this Liverpool team who love to get a very late winner or equalizer. So I was nervous. I was really hoping that we'd get that second goal. But I'll be so honest, I was reasonably confident throughout the match. United were fairly in control, which expect, like, when you come to Anfield, that's not what you expect at all against this Liverpool team, who I know we mentioned last time out. We did mention, look, Liverpool have been a little bit fragile. They have picked up wins, but the wins have all been very last minute. I was maybe thinking a draw would be the best we could get here, but to see the win, amazing. Amazing.
To be fair, this is not the Liverpool team that you have faced. This is a new Liverpool team, and it's a team that is
you
still
won the league last year.
I know, but not with this team. We are missing so many people.
Who are you missing?
So many. Lucho. We are definitely missing Luis Diaz.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Even Nunez. Despite all the jokes and the fun.
Nunez was
Darwin Nunez wasn't never.
Liverpool fans are the strangest people in the world. Like, all of a sudden, they've all run out of data.
Yeah.
No.
All run out of data. My Facebook and my Instagram normally, on a like after a derby, you just see the feed. Liverpool this, Liverpool that. You never walk alone, the anthem, you know?
It takes time. And I understand as Man United supporters, especially of recent years, post Sir Alex Ferguson, you guys don't understand about building. Because every manager that comes into Man United, because of the pressure that Man United faces as the biggest club in the world, whatever Man United does, the press is on you. People are on you, social media is on you, and especially on the manager. So whatever manager comes in now, he wants an immediate something to happen, and they enforce their system as quickly as possible. But with Liverpool, as we've seen from Jurgen Klopp, it's about building. So what we did this past weekend against Man United may not have worked against Man United. We may not have come away with the result. But watch us 5 games time. Watch us in a few weeks time, and then you'll see what has been happening. Why Salah didn't start Ekatike. You'll understand that it's not thinking about right now and, we have to win. We have the title. I mean, come on. You guys don't have that. Arsenal doesn't have that.
You know what it's starting to sound like, Morgan?
It's
starting to sound like truth. It's starting to sound like truth.
Put me out of my misery.
You know what it's starting to sound like?
Come on, guys.
It's starting to sound like Rusty when he says, no, I'm experimenting with the squad, so if we pick up
Yes.
some losses...
And then you get results
If we pick up some losses here or there, it's fine. No, at the end of the day, with the Premier League,
No,
you
guys.
need to go out there to try and win every single match you play. If you aren't going to do that, you're going to fall behind. This isn't like another competition. The Premier League is very competitive.
100% I understand you will fall behind, but you're more likely to see that with a Man United squad than with this Liverpool squad.
So you feel this is the right squad? You still feel this is a squad to win the Premier League?
I'm actually certain that Man City is going to start coming up. And I think it's going to be between Arsenal and Man City. And yes, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm looking at this team really building this entire season. By the end of the season, we're going to be cooking so hard that the next season, I think, is ours. So if Arsenal ever wanted to win the league, they must win it this time round, or else they're not winning it with Arteta.
I must be honest with you. I agree with that sentiment. For me, Arsenal, if there's 1 year, they got to win it.
Yeah.
City's not at top form. Liverpool's not at top form.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at the log as it currently stands. Arsenal are
Yeah.
there 19 points, 3 points clear of Manchester City.
Yeah.
Then Liverpool and then Bournemouth of all teams. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Manchester United are lowly 9th, but we did pick up a big result over the weekend
Okay.
against third place Liverpool.
We are now how many points now behind Liverpool?
And we have
Only-
now beaten the Premier
That
League
is nuts.
champions. In the last 3 games, we have beaten the Premier League champions and the World Club champions.
Who would you say has been your star players this past match? I know you only got snippets and highlights, but Adrian, in this game versus Liverpool, who's really stood out for you?
Well, definitely Cunha and Buemo. I mean, we
Yeah,
knew from
yeah.
the start, like they had obviously that Premier League pedigree coming into the team,
Yeah.
and they've definitely delivered. I mean, just looking at the chances that they've been able to take from the get go. But Morgan mentioned on our show on Saturday, the goalkeeper Lamens.
Yes.
Oh, yes. eh?
So good, like
Yes, it's like you
someone-
solved that problem.
Someone who's
But he
so
doesn't
young.
come, you know what? And I was the person to criticize him when we signed him.
Yes, I
because
remember.
he doesn't come with a massive
Yes,
pedigree.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
You know, he's not even, and we've spoken about this also on the previous episodes. He's not even the first choice, I think it's Belgian. He's not even the first choice Belgian goalkeeper.
You have been his harshest critic, but watching him in that game, excellent. Excellent.
Really?
I thought that Mohamedashvili was lacking.
Yeah.
He is not like the first goalkeeper that I would choose. I'm missing Kelleher in that goalkeeping
Where's
position.
Allison? Is Allison still playing for-
Allison's injured.
Okay.
Yeah, he's injured. And so obviously Mohamedashvili comes in place of him. But I'm missing a Kelleher. Obviously, I believe that Kelleher deserves to be a first team, a team's first choice, which he is at Brentford. But yeah.
I mean, look, if I go through the other sort of results here, you know, West Ham last night, we're recording this on a Tuesday, folks.
Yes,
so
West Ham on Monday evening.
On Monday evening,
With
West
Nuno
Ham.
Espirito Santo. I'm so happy that he's back with the team, and it's like, you know, really driving in the knife there for Nottingham Forest. Big Ange is gone. I told you that wouldn't work out. I sat here, I said, I told you. No, he didn't hit the ground running. And I thought that Marinakis was perhaps a genius because Steve Cooper getting Nottingham Forest then into the Premier League. Then he gets Nuno because he saw what Nuno did with Wolves, getting them up, you know, higher on the Premier League
What is
table.
with Nuno taking on these, like,
And then,
jobs?
but he's so good at it. And it's not a fluke because he hasn't just done it once.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great move by West Ham. But as far as Nottingham Forest, they are struggling. But I think Sean Dyche is coming in
There's
there now.
rumours of
there's
Sean
rumours
Dyche
of Sean
coming in.
Dyche coming
Because
in.
Mancini is not available for that job.
But is there
Dangerous job.
is there ever a time to justify keeping a manager at a club for 39 days? I mean, he was literally there for
Well, this is the
39
thing,
Yeah.
guys. Like, I
Was
mean,
it even 39?
It was-
I don't know, eight
it was
games.
one Premier League game or something silly.
It's the second lowest a manager has ever spent at the Premier League team. So the official number is 39 days that he was sort of in charge.
Okay.
How much
But he
difference
was-
can you make in 39 days?
Wasn't he sacked 17 minutes after they lost to Chelsea?
Yeah, no, like it was
was
literally
17
it
minutes.
was genuinely like the game was done. He probably got a phone call from that owner, and he said, "You guys, you're done. You're out of here."
I don't get it. I just don't get
They
it.
thought that Big Ange was gonna get them a trophy in Europe. And then they realized, actually, we're dropping here. We're falling behind. It's not working out. And
in
obviously,
39 days. Like, how much can you... Surely, if you come in, right, there needs to be a dip in form almost before you can find form again. Because you're changing so much. You're
Yeah.
changing a whole culture. You're changing
but
the game plan.
they're racing against time because what you're saying is right. That takes time. But they're in Europe. This is like this was supposed to be the best season that they've had in like 100 years.
But now here's my question: like, who do you think they could possibly, right? If every manager was available to them at their disposal, who do they go for? Still, that would make the change they're looking for in.
Listen, Marinakis wants Marco Silva. I think that's what he wants. So I think
Fulham guy.
so. I think Sean Dyche coming in. It's almost like a caretaker role.
Really?
I think, yeah.
He could work there. I mean, because they play very fundamental football, and Sean Dyche is going to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
It's boring,
you know?
boring
Yeah.
football. What 4-4-2?
yeah,
or
4-4-2, chuck a long ball sometimes over here.
Which
It
is
might
probably not necessarily a bad thing considering where they find themselves. You just want to go
Definitely.
back to basics, kind of
Yeah.
like 4-4-2, 4 solid defenders in the
Yes.
back. Don't
Yeah.
no wingers, no one, just
Yeah.
midfielders playing as
Listen,
steady midfielders.
defending is very, very good. I think that's what you want to take into it. So I watched Jurgen Klopp's interview on Diary of a CEO, and he said that Man United did approach him. I just thought I'd tell you.
I saw this.
Approached
In
him.
2013.
Yes, approached him, and he had meetings there. And the reason why he chose not to go with Man United was because in those meetings, they were talking about this is the biggest club. We can get the biggest players, everything is big. And he sat there and he was like, he wants a project. He wants to build, and he doesn't think that he can build within Man United. He doesn't want the biggest players. He wants those promising players that he can build something with.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why
Can you
he
imagine,
went
and
with
rightly
Liverpool.
so.
imagine like how different the club's like trajectory would have been if you had someone like Klopp coming in with that mindset of I want to build something that's going to be bigger than just now. I mean, look what he did at Liverpool. I mean,
Yeah.
he came to Liverpool
Yeah.
and they were in a very sort of shaky space.
Very shaky at the time, yeah.
It makes you wonder. What
And Tottenham Hotspurs, what's going on there? 2-1, lost Aston Villa over the weekend. That's
Yes.
another, I mean,
I actually missed that game, but Tottenham,
flying high. They're so hot
they
and cold.
started very well, but
Didn't they win the
Thomas
top of the
Frank?
Premier League at
they
some
were,
point?
yeah. Within the first 3 games, they were
Yeah.
sitting on top, looking very good. But it's Tottenham at the end of the day. For
It
some
is
reason,
Tottenham.
it's just a Tottenham thing. They just love doing it.
Tottenham and Arsenal, sing on the same hymn sheet.
Exactly.
oh, but Chelsea's a whole thing of like, you don't know who all their players
Chelsea
are, and
as
what,
well,
but it's
yeah.
working for them. It's working, guys.
And obviously, I mean, I know again, we keep harping on it, but we're recording on a Tuesday. But Premier League, the Champions League is back this week, so
It
it'll
is.
give us some. I know this is only going out on Thursday evening, so
Yeah.
already all the Champions League games would have been played. But I think
Yeah,
it'll give
Liverpool's
us
up against Eintracht Frankfurt.
Should be a
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
it should be a good.
It's
But
gonna
I mean,
be-
Liverpool have now lost what?
I think it
3
depends
games
on
in a row?
Eintracht Frankfurt, to be honest.
Was this now your 4th or your 3rd loss in a row now?
Why must you ask that question?
No, I'm just asking, just so I can understand the mindset of them going into this match.
It's like 4 losses.
Four losses in a row.
4 losses in a
all,
row.
in all competitions. The pressure's on.
So
now.
is this a win at all costs? Is Arne Slot's job on the line?
I don't think so.
No, he's not. They're not owned by the same person that own Nottingham Forest. If they were, we might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think so. I think let's trust. A lot of money was spent, but even when you spend a lot of money, you have to give it time.
Yeah.
So that's my.
And then just
All
quickly-
Liverpool fans in Arne Slot, you guys trust, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, like this is his real test now. We'll get to see.
Yeah.
And then what I like about Liverpool is there's that belief in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about managers and talking about belief in the squad, the Springbok squad got announced.
Yes.
Yeah, there was some interesting names being thrown around there. Should we touch on that just a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, I the name that just bounces out at me here is obviously Zachary Porth, and he's being called up to the Springbok squad. Is it something you would have thought would happen so quickly?
No, definitely not.
Also,
I mean,
the names of like Bongi Banambi, he's not there. Nice to see
Bongi's
for them
not
have a
there.
back. I mean, what springs out at you and Rassi's thinking for also quickly before we even get to your opinion on it? I see he's gone and sort of not gone around the World Rugby sort of
What
rules.
did you see? What did you
but
see?
there are now a couple of there's the test window. Only allowed for all the Springboks to be selected for 3 of the 5 test matches that we're currently playing. Rusty's found a little bit of a loophole now that guys that are all playing in the Japanese league will be available. So the likes of Damien Delendi, Mani Libok, Jasper Visser, and a couple of others will all now be able to play the final test match against Wales as well, which actually falls outside of the international sort of window.
Yeah.
So very interesting. Any names that really jumped out at you there, Adrian?
No, I think. I mean, we spoke last time about how I was wondering if maybe Rassi would sort of experiment a little bit with that first match against Japan, because that was sort of like an add-on to the European tour. And I think he's maybe selected players like that to sort of test it out, just to sort of give them a run in that first match. And then obviously he'll go to his stock standard for the rest.
Well, who is the stock standard now? Is it what we've seen of late?
That's a great question. That's a very good question. I definitely think the team that we saw playing against New Zealand, against Argentina, those last 3 matches in the championship, I think that's going to be the sort of team that he molds sort of use as his new go-to.
Yeah.
Another big surprise for me was, especially considering the URC that's happened so far, Evan Roos at number 8. He's been playing really well for the Stormers.
Well,
and lots
Evan
of people
Roos,
saying,
Joanna Augustus, both of them, really.
no,
playing.
definitely. But I thought maybe he'd be selected.
Two man of the match performances, I think.
Yeah,
I think Evan Roos
back-to-back.
picked up. It was a back-to-back man of the match performances.
Yeah. And I think, look, there's always been a question mark about him in the Springboks. Obviously, he has featured, but for some reason, I don't know if he's like.
Is there
Russ's
discipline
biggest-
issues there?
I definitely think there's definitely something there. I don't think Rassi is his biggest fan. I don't know what it is. Obviously, Evan Roos is a bit of a, great player. He has had discipline issues in the past.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's making its way into the team and the dynamic. I know Rassi's big on team dynamic, obviously.
Yeah.
So we don't know, but purely from a performance standpoint, he does deliver. And we know we had that issue where Jasper Visser was ruled out because he was suspended, and we were really missing someone at 8. We had different formation changes. I would have thought that would have been a time where someone like Evan Roos could come in. And especially with how well he's been performing for the Stormers, I would have hoped that he would have been included at least, but for some reason not.
Ben Jason Dixon also from the Stormers, he gets the nod actually ahead of Evan. I mean, I know it's an 8th man and a 7th flanker. There's two different positions. I get that, but for the most part, what do you think it is? You think he's going for out and out 8? Do you think Evan is too much of a ball carrying 8? I mean, does he play to structures enough? I don't know. Ben Jason Dixon hasn't been bad. He's been good for the Stormers, but to get
I'm wondering. People have been saying that, especially over the last 2 matches, Evan Roos's attack has been really good. His defense not that much. Or he hasn't been as present in defense. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe Rassi, because he has his centers and his other people who are playing a bit more attacking, he wants more sort of stability in that backpack.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I also do know that Rassi is massively driven on stats. And so I don't have the stats at my disposal right now. I wish I did have it, because I think you would probably pick up there that, like, in terms of his work rate, and I hate to say this, but Evan is everywhere. How much is he doing when he's everywhere is the real, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if you look at the number 8s that the Springboks have taken over the last, whatever it is, call it couple of months, there is a certain kind of mold. You know what I mean? Jasper Visser is not the most flash 8th man you're going to get in the world. But what he's going to give you, he's going to give you ball carries. He's going to give you a hard grind. Evan Roos is a bit more flash than that. True. I almost seem to think that Joanna Augustus is more of a fit for the Springbok squad in the mold of a Jasper Visser than an Evan Roos is. But with talent like that and the skill that he's got, and we know what he can do, I mean, what does he have to do? Knock the door down in order to get a call up?
And I think especially given how experimental Rassi has been recently, I would have thought that maybe he would also try something.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
But also, that being said, I mean, Bonge Manambi not being in the squad. What do you make of that?
That's a shock.
I mean, it's interesting. Did he feature that much in the championship?
No,
he didn't feature that much. He had personal family issues.
There was something keeping him away.
And then when he was available, he got selected and did pretty well, I thought.
Yes.
I didn't think there was anything.
I don't think there was anything wrong.
So for him not to be, I wonder, they're blooding a new hooker. What do they do there?
Maybe.
I mean,
And what do you guys think about the new, or the added, the very ballooned new rugby schedule for 2026 and particularly for 2027? So, they introducing that whole Nations Championship.
The greatest rugby rivalry.
The greatest rugby rivalry, that's also taking place every 4 years as well. And then in Rugby World Cup, of course, it's normal 6 nations, but a full rugby championship. And then, of course...
Earlier in the year,
And then the World Cup will be just a little later. I think it's October when the World Cup is happening.
That's right,
And then Rassi made the suggestion. He said that he thinks that the Rugby Championship should be played at the same time as 6 Nations, so that all the teams are basically on the same footing. What do you think of that? Because, it's summer.
Yeah, well, you know what I think it is? I think it's got more to do with the fact that, like... So, for example, when South Africa now go and play... at the end of your tour against France, England, all this, we're kind of at the back end of our season.
Yeah.
Even though the URC has just started.
Yeah.
He's thinking he wants to align the readiness of the two teams.
Yeah.
So you're getting a French team almost starting their year, mid-year, playing against a South African team at the back end of their season.
Yeah.
And I think by playing the Rugby Championship and the 6 Nations at the same time, he feels he may catch them at the back end of the year in the same kind of readiness for the end of year tour, which to a certain degree makes sense. Can it work? Potentially can work now with the URC being so big and all the teams us playing.
We're basically playing all year round anyway.
Playing all year round anyway.
Yeah.
So very interesting, but Rassi always has his own ideas. Always comes up with his own.
And we love his ideas, don't
You'll
we,
find a
Morgan?
loophole somewhere. Don't worry.
Whether we love his ideas or not is another story. But I mean, he does come up with some innovative stuff in general. Let's quickly talk about it. I mean, again, Curtly Orense, Edwin van der Merwe, they're back into the squad. Where does that leave a guy like Ethan Hooker?
Yeah.
Does Curtly come straight back into the starting lineup? He is one of our best finishers. We know that.
Yeah.
Rassi spoke a lot about combinations. It's nice to see that combination. Edwin van der Merwe is very much like for like Ches and Colby, Curtly, and obviously what's his name? Ethan Hooker. Yeah. So Ethan Hooker is the only one that's sort of different in stature to those two guys or three guys. So we're interested to see what combinations he goes with. You are Six Nations champions versus Rugby Championship champions.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
After the Japan test, I think it's like the 7th or the 8th of November.
Yeah.
Dude, it doesn't get much
We're basically gonna have.
Is
we're
that
gonna
a
have,
World Cup final?
it really could be.
Or
could
is that
be.
does that fixture? Let me ask you this: do you find the best rugby team in the world at that time?
Sure. I mean, purely on paper, it should.
Yeah.
Because you essentially have the best team of the South versus the
versus
best team
the-
of the
yeah.
North. So that should almost be it's like your world decider here. So it could be. And I know the French hate us. They're very ready to put on a
Yes.
big match.
They
And
are. They're
Dr.
going to
Pong
come
gonna be
up
back
with
from injury.
everything.
No, he's still injured.
He's still injured, so you'll be out for a while. Eh?
And then if they lose,
That'll
they
be
can,
their
they can-
excuse,
They
yeah.
can use that as an excuse.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair
But can we touch on the women's cricket as well? Because
Yes, this is what I want to finish off with. There's the women's cricket and our men's cricket both playing Pakistan.
yeah,
bit of a-
so
bit of a
women,
Pakistan.
obviously, there's no result at the time of
Yeah.
this podcast recording. In fact, they've just started playing Pakistan, the women. Rain delay again in Sri Lanka. Like, we didn't know that Sri Lanka's rainy season is this time of year. And I blame India. Why are we allowing one nation to dictate where we should play cricket and how we should play cricket? Because honestly, I'm happy that South Africa are through to the
We're
semi-finals.
through to the semi-final based on
through.
the rain you speak of.
Exactly. But it makes me feel a little sad. I'm not saying New Zealand would have won all of their matches, but a team like New Zealand, they're now struggling because a lot of their matches have been rained out.
Yeah.
Even the match that we played against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, I did feel a little bit for the Sri Lankans because they started the game playing it as though it was a 50-over game. It ended up being a T20 game, and they were batting first. Today, Pakistan has put South Africa into bat first. So we starting that game, but it rain delayed when we were 6-for-1. And how many? 2 overs gone. So still early. So, and I think that with that mindset, I think South Africa knows how they need
We
to
can
play.
play T20 style now.
Yeah, we need to play T20 style. And we have big hitters. What I see is that Tasman Britt's out again for a duck. And she won't be happy with that because she's had actually a lot of ducks. She had that century against New Zealand and then a lot of ducks. So she would have hoped to perform here. But hopefully she fires when it really matters against Australia, which
that's
we
gonna be
play
tough
on Saturday. And more importantly, in the semi-finals. So I back these ladies to do really, really well because even when that top order is not firing, which they did against Sri Lanka, we still have depth in that line.
I had Werner Verlander on. Well, we had Werner Verlander on,
what did
on,
he
the, on the
say?
show, and he is 100% behind the ladies. He says
I
they
love
are
that,
ready
love that.
to now fire. He feels they're
love
gonna
it.
go all the way.
I
So-
also feel, I give me goosebumps, guys.
Really?
Yes. I do feel that, right? I'm very, very, I have strong
Optimistic,
belief.
yeah.
I have a strong belief in this Proteas squad. And I maybe wouldn't have had if I haven't seen the brilliant chases that they've done so far in
they've
the
done
World Cup.
really well in this World Cup. So
Yeah.
far. It is just a pity that the rain is going to play a big factor. Imagine we get to a semi-final.
And then
or
we have to
final.
play it in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
But surely, I mean, at these
There
major
must be
tournaments,
reserve days.
correct. That's what I said. There must be backup days because of. I mean,
Yeah, they definitely should be. I think it happened for the IPL this last season.
yes, that's right. They
Yeah.
had it for the IPL. Why would they not have it for a World Cup?
Yeah, they should hopefully.
No, I agree with you, but they usually have reserve days when it comes to like semi-finals and finals. But it's just so many matches.
Yeah.
And if it was one or two, it'd be like, okay, I mean, that's just how the cookie
Yeah,
crumbles,
yeah.
you know? And like we've been affected by rain, South Africa as a nation in World Cups, and it's been heartbreaking. So it is heartbreaking for these other nations as well that have prepared so hard. They've qualified for this World Cup, and then they don't even get to play.
Yeah, jeepers. And you don't get the points. So I mean,
They share the
share the
sport.
points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, especially. and I know sounds bad, but if you know that, okay, South Africa, we know we can beat the Australians, you want to play the game. You don't want to share
Yeah.
the points.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You want to play every single
I
game.
don't
So.
mind sharing the points with Australia.
Hey, listen, you just said now you think they're going to win, eh? So come on.
Yeah.
We're, gonna just,
Back him.
we're changing, I'm telling you, we're changing Bok Fridays for the next couple of weeks to our
Yes,
Proteas Friday.
yes, we are. I love that. Thank you, Morgan and
Yeah.
Adrian. I
I
love
feel like
that.
just every Friday we're gonna just
There's
like,
something to
rotate.
celebrate
Exactly.
every Friday.
Yes.
Because from the Protea ladies, we're gonna move on to Bafana Fridays.
Correct. AFCON, right?
AFCON, yes,
so I
starting
think
December.
because this November coming up now,
Okay,
we're gonna have
Springboks.
a whole every single Saturday we're gonna have a Springbok match.
Yes.
So we can share it. We can
Yeah.
share it with the cricket and the rugby.
And hopefully, play-by-play is we're gonna take play-by-play to the people. So we're gonna be
Yes.
recording
I'm
somewhere.
excited for that.
Yeah, so we must take it to them and go
You,
watch a
you haven't
Springbok test
told
match.
us where we're going.
No, I haven't yet, because we're ongoing anyway. But if you're listening and you're out there
But
and you want us to come.
we're wondering, we're like,
Quickly,
what's
the
happening?
Proteas men's, obviously the test match is currently underway.
Yes.
I think they're at 100 for lots of 2. Keshav Mara is taking 7 for 100 and something.
Yes.
So good.
Love it.
So good, right?
Keshav
Bouncing
Maharaj has
back.
been the most consistent bowler we've had for I think like the last year now.
Actually got player of the year at the cricket.
He did,
ICC.
yeah.
For a while, guys. So I remember my first one-on-one interview with Keshav Maharaj. It was in 2018 where they did a Sri Lankan tour and he took 9 wickets in one innings. I think it was like 9 for 129.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. And he's just consistently been improving. He's
He is
even improved.
consistently good,
He
yeah.
even works on his batting. Like it's not expected that he must come in and be a batter, but he's doing that. And I love that about him. Such a great person, so humble, great temperament, great leader within the Proteas
Definitely.
setup.
And a staunch Man United supporter as well. So it just
I saw that, but it was because of his daddy.
just
That makes him, in my books, he's just gone up like
it
10
just makes so much sense why he's so successful now.
But was United in a quantum taxi with Table Mountain and that other
I saw that.
that
Very,
other
very weird.
salacious club
Very
in the
interesting
background?
that Liverpool posted that on their like official
There's
account.
definitely a South African in that admin, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
I 100% believe the details,
Yes.
the music. It may even secretly be me.
Dropping big bombs here on play-by-play, off-air, online, folks. Listen, before we need to go, I've got to touch on Formula 1 very quickly.
Oh yes.
Oh, Max Verstappen.
winning the
man.
USA Grand
No,
Prix.
man.
Is Max back?
No man. Free me from this Max.
I'm not a
nonsense.
Max fan, but seeing this, 100% closing the gap to 40 points.
40 points.
Ridiculous. He could actually take the Drivers' Championship. And he knows what it is to win a Drivers' Championship. That's the thing
is
about
true, this
Max.
is true.
So,
I've got a funny feeling, and sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I've got a funny feeling Oscar and Lando are going to end up battling each other,
Yes.
forgetting about Max,
Yes.
and Max is going to come.
It's one of those.
but that's
where,
exactly
yeah.
what's happening already. And I think that nerves are getting to them. I think it's getting to them now that we're getting to the tail end.
Yeah.
You can see it. It's so clear. Ferrari finding pace. That's quite nice. Charles Leclerc choosing with the soft tires, giving Norris a very, very hard time this past weekend.
All the while, Mercedes have announced their drivers for next year as well. So that's quite,
they
It
announce?
will definitely be the same drivers they have now. So Antonelli and Russell.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, that's a very good foundation. But
Yeah,
I have to
after
say-
Russell, one is the later, before USA was,
Yes.
wherever it was, after Russell won that they put some faith in him.
Singapore.
So. Singapore, yeah.
I must say, if one of the McLaren drivers do not win, like this would be a massive mess up on their part, and there would be many
Yes.
questions asked about this whole papaya rules thing and everything they're doing in terms of who gets to lead and who gets to. So many questions will be asked.
You know what I want to do? I definitely want to get the Lucia back on here because I want to spend some time unpacking exactly what Formula 1's going to look like next year.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
it's a
Changes
whole
massively.
different
Actually,
system. Yeah.
there's a lot of changes coming in, but I think some of those changes are exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. But if
Very
I'm honest with you,
exciting.
I need her to come and educate us because I'm not exactly sure exactly what those changes look like and what it means for the teams. So, guys, so much for us to talk about. I can
There's a
stay here all day and keep you busy talking everything that's happening in the world of sport. Thank you again for joining us, guys. Sorry for Liverpool.
Thank you, Morgan.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I don't even
There's
know.
women's cricket?
Probably that Australia game, South Africa versus Australia in the Women's Cricket World Cup. Because for me, that feels like a final.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tough, man.
And you, Adrian? Still no rugby to talk of. Well, no international.
No international.
Yeah, it's not international. I mean, the Stormers will be playing again. Hopefully, they'll carry on their good streak.
They are playing good rugby.
Very, very good. United are playing this weekend.
Who are we playing against? I didn't even look.
I don't even know. I want to double check. But
Let me try and find it for you.
The thing with United is now, because this happened often. We win a great game like this, and then just watch. We draw the following game against a team that we really shouldn't be drawing against. So all I'm hoping for is that we keep momentum going now after this great win against Liverpool and actually pick up another result. And hopefully
so you guys play
finally
Brighton.
get 5 wins in a row. So that poor
So
guy
the guy can cut his
I
hair.
was about to say, there's a guy that I saw
Yeah.
as a TikTok or somewhere.
Yeah.
He's not cutting his hair until United get 5 wins in a row.
He has like a massive...
He's got a boss like
he's
this.
got a mane that he's going to
Yeah.
He never cuts his hair. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Tara.
Tara.
We don't claim anyone.
That's
Sorry,
a wrap,
I'm very
folks.
neutral.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what you thought of the show. Leave messages in the comments. That's really all I want to say. Glory, glory, Man United. Catch you guys next week.
You
Same
never
time,
walk
same place.
alone.
Bye, everybody.